hey, welcome in. Have a drink. Get a coffee, maybe. I think it's important to change things up. If you're doing a lot of the same things all the time, not only can it be uninspiring, but also it could lead to boredom or plateauing or just no growth in any sort of way. So I always think it's important to change things up. And that, for me, with stand-up is crazy important, because now that I've been doing it for a long time, 16 years, it's important for me to change things, how I'm doing it overall. And maybe that's just trying different types of venues. You know, like only a handful of years ago did I start booking wineries, and wow, was that a great idea. Some of my friends were doing it. They suggested, hey, Zack, wineries can be a lot of fun. And yeah, they are a lot of fun and often bring like a crowd that really enjoys my type of comedy for some reason. And yeah, I love it. So it's like changing things up like that, or maybe it's a different show type, but I'll get more into that in a bit. I really kind of wanted to give you some updates too of where I'm at. One big update is the comedy special. I am so much closer to finishing editing it. I really am. I have just a few things to kind of cut up, like out of it, to kind of like make it flow a little bit better. We got the sound back. I hired an audio professional to do the sound, and wowee, does he know more about sound than I do. It was very good. He did a great job. I was very impressed. Highly suggest hiring someone to do your final mix. And also I hired a artist to do the intro, animator to do the intro of the special. And wow, does that look incredible and add just so much more value to the special. Like the special feels higher production, like it feels more expensive than it was, even though it is pretty expensive for someone like me. But yeah, overall it looks good. Very happy with like the intro, the sound, and then of course like Heavy Feathers did an incredible job filming it all with the 5 different cameras, I believe. So yeah, the special is turning out perfect. Cannot wait for you guys to see it in 2026. Talking about changing it up, I did a nonprofit show. I've done a few nonprofit shows in the past, but I am really leaning into trying to do more of them, because it's great to do comedy with a cause. You know, I get to do my silly jokes, and then also people get a benefit from that besides just laughing and enjoying. And I love that. Big fan. So when Gina and I started working together on a show in Bend, Oregon, I was excited to raise some money for the Alzheimer's Association. Was it incredible? We raised 10 grand. I can't believe we raised 10 grand. That's a lot of money. That is more money than any of my cars have ever been. You know, so it's like buying 1,000 of my cars. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do the math of that. But it was great. It was a great show. Good turnout. Thank you, the Oxford, for having us in your beautiful venue. I think over 100 people were there. I mean, it was such a good turnout. Beautiful stage. And also Lucia from The Voice, who's been on the podcast, she played music there, and that was great to not only to hang out with Lucia and hang out with Sunny that came with her, but also just like seeing Lucia live. Wonderful. She is so talented. And then there was many other great performers. There was Mandy, there was Cody, there was a Good News Crew. Gina did some stand-up. I told jokes. It was a great time. And thank you to everyone involved. Honestly, if you donated your time, donated your money, you were a performer, you worked at the Oxford, like, thank you everyone, because we needed everyone on board to really make it what it was. And it was a very special night. And I am just blown away and absolutely loved it. And thank you, Alex, for photos, and thank you, Cam, for video. Like, I mean, there was just like there's too many people to thank for that one, because it was just such an incredible time. If you want to learn more about it, I have posts on Instagram about it, but also I'll be posting some more about that show. Exactly. It's just such a good time. Also, I was in Bend, Oregon, so it's the home of Blockbuster. If you didn't know, Blockbuster is where you rent movies, and it was a big part of my childhood for sure, where we would rent movies and video games, and then I would have to finish the video game before I had to return it. And that's how I got good at games, is out of frustration and the inability to rent it again. I had to just beat the game. I had to get as far as possible with the game. And so I went to the Blockbuster there, and it was beautiful. It was cool to see. I got some photos out front, got some video of the place, and I bought some pens. I liked their pens that they had. It was great. So highly suggest, if you're in Bend, not only see the Oxford, which is a beautiful, incredible hotel, but go see Blockbuster, which is also beautiful and incredible. So two big things to go see in Bend for sure. I'm sure there's tons of other out. If you're like, let's go hiking, I'm sure there's a lot of great outdoor things. But if you want to be indoors and you want to see something beautiful indoors, Oxford, Blockbuster, go see those. Also trying new things, changing it up. I've been trying new types of jokes, been writing new types of jokes. I have a filming coming up. Yeah, that's right. I'm filming something. I got asked to film something. Northwest Live in January, I'm filming a 15-minute set. And I love their footage. I love what they've been doing. So I'm excited to see my 15-minute set, all its glory, all the different angles, see what they do with it, and then put it on YouTube, and I'm going to clip it up. I've been writing jokes just for that taping because I want fresh. I want it to be fresh, baby. Freshly baked bread. That's what I want with these jokes. So I'm working on that right now. And some of them pretty good. Some of them not great yet, but we have until January, huh? Yeah. So we got time. And I've been thinking a lot about that, where it's my friends that don't, I have friends that kind of quit writing. They've kind of taken a break on writing, and I can see that they're not getting the shows that they want, or they're not growing their audience, or they're not growing as a comic, and all that kind of blends together. If you feel good, the crowd feels good, the audience, wants to follow you, all that stuff, right? So I think it all kind of needs to happen to make it special, to make it pop, make your set pop or feel good. And so I know people that stopped writing, and so they kind of stopped growing, and I think that's scary. And so I'm trying to make sure that in 2026 I'm writing more than ever. Now that the special's out of the way and I got that, boom, in the bank, I can now be like, let's experiment again. Let's be weird again. Let's be fun, So that's what I'm working on. And I think like my Northwest Live set is going to be like that. And I think some other stuff I have coming up in March is going to be like that. So very excited. But yeah, just kind of wanted to give you some updates. Please follow us on YouTube. That's a huge, huge deal. Spotify, man, they don't push us out, So I'm starting to be like, hey, just go to YouTube. I hate to say it, but like for podcasts and stuff, Spotify is just not suggesting it. But YouTube is. So we're seeing growth there. So follow us on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I've been your host, Zack Lyman. This has been the Zack Lyman Podcast. Outro music? Maybe?